this video we'll discuss about exception handling, how it occurs. I will explain in a detailed way. Listen carefully. If in case if you did not understand, watch once again and listen carefully right now. And for I will take I want to take one example and explain in a detailed way. Imagine you are riding a bike. Suddenly a stone comes in front of a bike. In case if you did not handle, you will fall. If you handle it and if you continue safely, like this way, the exception also work in the Python. In the Python, this unaccepted problem are called exception. Now we will face some exception values. Now number is equal to 10. Now I want to print the value by using divider operator. Print number divided by 0. Now 10 divided by 0, it is possible? It is not possible. Now the output is 0 divisible by error. So now we are using exception. In exception they have some functions, try, catch. This try, catch used to perform the task. Now try number is equal to 10. Print number divided by 0. Now it is divisible? No, it does not divisible by 0. So that's why we are using exception. The exception is used to, if the try block is executed, then automatically the code will be executed. Then if try block is not executed, then it goes to exception block. In the exception block, the what data it will executed. In the exception block also not executed, the finally block is there. One I will explain later. The finally block will must and should executed. So this is try, whatever it may be, the code, doubtful code, you must and should mention in the try block. Once you mention in that try block, then automatically they will execute it. In case it is not executed, the exception block will execute it automatically. So the output is you cannot divisible by 0 because of try block is not working and exception block will be executed. Now program does not crash. Okay. In case if the exception block try block is not there, then randomly if you are writing the code a is equals to 10 and b is equals to 0 and print a divided by b, then it is not divisible. The code will crash automatically in the middle of the running runtime error. It's become runtime error. So that's why we are using try catch. By using try catch, you can perform the task in an easy way. Okay. Real life example. Imagine logging into Instagram. If you enter wrong password, instead of crashing, it's crashed. It comes to in a first way, because of if you enter wrong password, they ask once again, like this way will happen. If you enter correct password, the directly executed, it shows invalid password, exception will be happen. Okay, the try block. If right now we are already, I told you finally block I will explain later. That's why I am explaining finally block also. Try block is 10 divided by 2. So what is the output? 5. Exception error. In case 10 divided by 0, exception block also error, and finally block will be, exception block will display error and final block will be executed. Now we are mentioning the two values, so that's why the output will 5 and program finished, because finally block always will be executed must and should. So that's why we are mentioning finally block. Okay. Memory trick. Bike hits a stone, exception. Helmet try, safety, exception. Final line, final reach. If you hit the stone, then if you wearing the helmet and safety precautions, the try and catch block will execute it smoothly and finally you reach the destination. Okay, right now we will discuss some multiple choice questions and understand this concept. Which keyword handle errors? Which keyword handle errors above all of this? Already we learn try, catch, all of this. Okay. Exception, because of exception handle the error. It's whatever it may be, runtime error, like 0 divisible by error, IO exception error, like so many errors it will handle by using this. Okay, this keyword. Then Python, right now we will discuss about classes and objects. Okay, what is class? A class is a blueprint. In case if you want to build one house, if you we have some route map like this way. I want to build this right side kitchen, left side hall, and in the middle of the area we will arrange in the TV sofa, like this way. will think that thinking way is called class. A class is a blueprint. Okay, imagine a car factory. The factory creates many cars. In a cars will arrange in a sequence order. Okay, car 1, car 2, car 3. Okay, the factory is a car class. The cars are object. The factory means they will have one route map. That route map is class. Inside the data, that is called objects. Okay, objects is a runtime. uh, I will explain in a detailed way. Okay, another example, think about a mobile phone. Every phone has brand, color, price. The design of a phone is called is the class. Design, the out design, the camera length, and charging ports, everything, mobile length, everything is class, depend on class. The object is the actual phone you handle is called actual phone. Inside the pouch, everything is called objects. Okay, class student, this is the class keyword. This is the student is a variable name. Class name, class name, colons is used to write the code. This creates a class. Now we are using creating objects for a class. Every class you can create so many number of objects. If you want 20 objects, you can create 20 objects for one particular class. Okay, this is so many people are asking out for this, how many objects create from one particular class. That's why I am saying so many objects create one particular class. Listen carefully. Then class, class name, colons, pass. S1 is equals to student. We are creating object and we are executing x1 value. Okay, x1 is the object of the student class. Okay, now we are taking one real life example and explain in a better way. Real life example is class is a class student form. Okay, now we are adding name, age, branch. Objects is equals to actual student, name is equals to Harish, age is equals to 19, branch is equals to CAI department. Now object is storing actual student data. Okay, object is always storing purpose, storing the data. Now simple class example, class student. Here I explain. Right now I am coding code for only my name. Class name is equals to Harish, student 1 is equals to student. Here we are creating object and I am calling this object and variable name. Right now in the variable name added into the class object I want to execute the object, then that object I am executing. That's why my name is displayed here. I think, are you understand? Yes. Right now memory trick, this trick is used to remember the class, what is class, what is objects, and each and everything. Okay, factory, we learn already. Factory is a class and inside objects, inside materials is called object. Okay, now we will solve some multiple choice questions for the for for these topics. Okay, what creates an object? What creates an A is equals to student braces, B is equals to object, C is equals to create, D is equals to new. Which one we can create an object for this? Can you explain? A, B, C, D. The answer is A, because of you can create like this for object. Okay, then you go to next question. These are all multiple choice question. Now we already completed this topic. In case if you have any doubts about this topic, can you ask me? I will explain in easy way. Classes is a blueprint. It's like a blue structure. In the blue structure, we are using class functions and objects, abstraction, so many functions we can use in these classes and objects.